Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be showing you how to make this beautiful delicious golden brown meat pie. Alright, so here are the ingredients we'll be using. I have my carrots, Irish potatoes, green pepper, red pepper, onions, the spices. I'll list them later. And then for this one I won't be using minced meat, I'll be using just normal boiled beef. Okay, I'll show you how I process it for the meat pie. Alright, so I'm going ahead to chop my veggies here and then the Irish potato. So I'm using my chopper because it helps me get even cuts. Okay, so I cut them into circles and then I'm using my chopper to just get it into the shape that I want. You can also do this with just your knife on a chopping board. Okay, but this one is faster for me, so yeah, that's what I'm doing. So I've also chopped the onions and the green pepper. Okay, so this is what it looks like after chopping all of them. Alright, so I'm going in, putting them in a pot to boil. Alright, so I'm going in with just the Irish potato, the carrots and onions first. Okay, and then I'm going to add my water and the meat stock. So I'm just putting enough water just to cover it, not more than where the level of the Irish potato and carrot is. So just like that, I added the meat stock and water. Alright, so here I'm adding my spices. I've added all-purpose spices, all-purpose seasoning, thyme, curry powder, this is chili pepper, this is salt and nor cube. Okay, so I'm adding ingredients sparingly because the meat stock has spices already. Okay, so you add especially salt, you be careful with your salt. Alright, I'm also adding ginger and garlic powder. Alright, remember not to add too much salt because the meat stock already has enough seasoning. So I'm adding it into the mixture, and then I'm going to show you how I prep my meat. Now this mortar is not the mortar I use in my kitchen. Okay, this is just for meat. I used to supply meat pie every morning to supermarket. Okay, I used to supply every morning, so this mortar is my meat mortar. Okay, excuse it, I know it doesn't look fancy, but yeah, I I um I don't have access to minced meat where I am. We only get from ShopRite here. Sometimes when you go, you don't find minced meat, and that's the only place we have for minced meat. So I devised this means so that whether or not I find minced meat, I'll be able to make meat pie. Alright, so after pounding it, I just use my hand to shred it into pieces, and this is what I have. This is a good alternative in case you don't have access to minced meat. Now if you have minced meat, you can go ahead and use that, but this is the process I use to make this particular one. Okay, so as soon as you see that the Irish potato and carrot is a bit soft, I added my beef. Okay, and then I'm going to add soy sauce to the mixture. This is another reason why you should add salt very carefully, because soy sauce is also salty. Okay, so yeah, I'm just mixing it together. I went in with the meat, the red and the green pepper, so I'm going to just let this boil a little and our sauce is ready. You can also thicken it with flour if you want, but then our sauce is ready. Alright, so for the dough, I'm using 2 kg of flour, 2 kg all-purpose flour and 1 kg margarine. And then I am adding 1 tablespoon of nutmeg, a teaspoon of salt, and then 1 tablespoon of milk flavor. So you make sure you wash your hands properly because this process is going to require clean hands, okay? Spatula can't do this part. You have to go in with your bare hands. All right, so you just mix and mix until you have a crumbly texture. So you mix the butter into the flour. Just continue to mix and mix the way you see me do on the screen. Okay, so after you have a good texture, you mixed enough, you add your water little at a time, preferably cold water, like fridge cold water. Okay, it will help give your meat pie a good texture. All right, so you add water sparingly, very little at a time. When the dough comes together, you can put it on your clean surface, okay, and just knead it for a little bit, just for 1 or 2 minutes, not too long, just until the dough comes together perfectly. Okay, you're not kneading the way we knead like maybe bread or donut. You just want the dough to come together and you're done. All right, just the way you're seeing. So here you just watch and see how I bring it all together. So note that you have to let your meat pie filling, that's the meat pie sauce, completely get cold before you use it. It has to be very cold. Don't ever use your meat pie sauce, that's this one now, while it's still hot or even warm. Use it when it's cold. Okay, it doesn't come out nice when you use it hot at all. It doesn't come out nice at all. So make sure it's completely cooled down before you use it. All right, so that's the meat pie cutter I'm using. You can also make meat pie without a meat pie cutter. That will be for another, the explanation will be in another video, but for this particular one, this is the cutter that I'm using. So I rubbed butter on my tray and then I'm placing it on the tray. Okay, so I'm going to repeat this process 2 more times so that you understand better. So guys, if you've watched up to this point, please click on the like button. If you haven't done so, please click on the like button below, and also leave me a nice comment. Okay, leave me a nice comment or questions in the comment section. All right, and then please, if you haven't subscribed, click on subscribe and I will be very grateful. All right, thank you so much. All right, let me explain further about this meat, okay, because I know a lot of people will have questions about using normal boiled beef rather than minced meat. Okay, this is just a process I use because I had issues with minced meat where I couldn't, access it. So I just had to devise this boiled beef, okay, so that I can make meat pie with or without minced meat. Now after boiling the beef, if you have a food processor, you just process it in the food processor. It will help you just break it down faster than pounding. Okay, another way is also for you to use a knife to cut them into smaller pieces if you don't want to pound, or if you don't have a separate mortar you can use. Okay, you can cut it into smaller bits, or you can use your food processor, or you can pound the way you've seen me do. All right, so here I'm just egg washing the meat pie. So using a brush, you beat your egg in a plate or a bowl, and then you just brush egg on the meat pie. So this is what our meat pie looks like after baking in the oven. I think this baked for about 1 hour because my oven is not a very hot oven. So this baked for about 1 hour and it looks very beautiful. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. If you have any questions, leave it in the comment section, and don't forget to like, comment, and share. Thank you.